Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. In this video, guys, we're going to talk about DDG and Halle once again. If you guys haven't been keeping up, what we spoke about the last time is based on court orders. DDG will have to communicate with Halle via text message as it relates to his co-parenting with Halle for Halo. So we spoke about that in our last video, and also what was highlighted in our last video was the fact that the restraining order that is in place against each other, it has been basically adjusted so as to prevent DDG violating the restraining order when he checks Halle, and vice versa. So basically, there's some adjustment to the restraining order wherein both party can communicate via text message as it relates to the co-parenting with each other for their son, and they will not be violating that initial restraining order that was put in place. So that is what we spoke about the last time. Now, what we're going to talk about is what DDG flying monkeys they have been up to, because as you guys know, Halle basically is getting the upper hand of this custody battle. And the reason why she's getting the upper hand is because there is evidence against DDG that backs up her statements as it relates to him being forceful and allegedly abusive, because it's the state of California, and the state of California, they do not basically handle custody cases like this. Normally, it is joint custody. There has to be something really, really severe against the father in this case for him not to get joint custody. So the mere fact that he doesn't have joint custody, you know that there's some strong evidence that was presented to the court against him. Now, many critics have been saying it's the Ring doorbell footage of DDG's assault against Halle. So that has been making a bit of a viral round on social media. And when I say that has been making a bit of a viral round, I'm not talking about the video in itself, because the video hasn't been released. I'm talking about the discussion. So now that that discussion is making some viral moments on social media, what is happening is that the flying monkeys on DDG's side, and this includes DJ Academics, they're like, okay, DDG is about to release a video evidence of Halle's assault against him. So what they are alluding to is that the incident that DDG alleged against Halle, wherein he said that Halle was the one who attacked him in the car and it wasn't him who attacked her. What these flying monkeys are now saying is that DDG is going to release that footage on social media. Now, this is very telling that there is no intent of peace between Halle and DDG as it relates to those flying monkeys. They do not want to see peace between these two parents, right? And my reason for saying they don't want to see peace between them is because if DDG has such evidence, why would he release it on social media? Why wouldn't he submit it to the court? And if he released such evidence on social media and not release it to the court, he's going to be in big trouble. It's only going to make things worse for him. So as such, with these critics saying, oh my God, it's going to be a matter of days before the evidence against Halle is exposed, it's not making any sense. And it really goes to show that what is happening here, there is some jealousy and enviousness towards Halle, because these critics believe that Halle should not have custody of her child. They believe that these text messages, text message, should be used against her to say that these message demonstrate who she is in its entirety. And we know, if we're really smart thinking people, we know that oftentimes text messages aren't any evidence in this case, because it doesn't matter what she said in those text messages. What matters at the end of the day is Halle's actions towards her child. Now, oftentimes when this is highlighted, what these critics use is basically they're saying that DDG is the better parent because Halle has even said it in the first place. Now, it's common sense at this point to know that she would not make herself look like a fool in the public. If she's on any red carpet and she's asked about DDG, it is common sense and it is emotional intelligence that she would say he's an amazing father, because you can literally tell that this girl did not want her business to be out there in the public. But what had happened was DDG overstepped his boundaries. He overstepped and he basically was targeting this girl even when it seemed as though she had moved on. He was not happy about it. So if we're looking just at the facts and not the hearsay, it would make a lot of sense as to why Halle has custody of Halo. Because while they are using the unpleasant messages, they're using Halle's unpleasant messages against her, but they're not using DDG's unpleasant messages against him, because they're acting as though DDG hasn't said anything crazy to the girl in return. And again, another prime example is when she was on vacation. He's gonna message her to say, "Oh, you have my child around a man," and, expletives being used in all of that. And she had to reassure him that those rumors on social media was not true. Do you know how dangerous of an individual you have to be to use social media hearsay? And you're gonna use that, to confront the mother of your child, knowing that he is on social media himself and he knows that social media is highly mischievous, very toxic. So as such, you have to look at what the court is looking at. And it's not how we feel about this entire thing. It's just the evidence that is presented in this case. And what is very questioning again, because it seems as though DDG really doesn't, I don't know what's going on his side, to be very honest. I was about to make a judgment, but I have to say that I don't know what's going on at his side, because why is it that he would have evidence of Halle being in the wrong, but when he submitted his request for a restraining order against her, why didn't he submit the video footage to the court at that point in time? Why is it that he only submitted images, right? So the thing is, if he had the video, he would have submitted the video then. So the mere fact that they're trying to cook up this thing now, to say that DDG has video evidence against Halle, this is very telling that Halle has some damn good solid evidence against DDG, and it is a video evidence that he's not liking nor appreciating. And because many critics have been saying that video that Halle has, against him, it's going to be released very soon. So I think they're trying to counteract all of that. And using these flying monkeys to stir up mischief lies a drama. And these people consistently keeps reposting Halle's text message as though they expected to do something in DDG's favor at this point. It never worked in the beginning, and it's not going to work in the end, because the messages are out there already, and it's not going to take away anything from her, because she has been very vocal about what she has been going through as it relates to postpartum depression. And mental health is very real. And for these grown-ass people to be using this woman's challenges and struggles against her For them to be even trying to use that to score a point, it really shows you how low people can go when they truly want to hurt an individual. It would be really good if these individuals would encourage DDG to just cut out the shenanigans. It would be good if DDG himself could encourage these flying monkeys to cut out the shenanigans and just cut it out so that he and the mother of his child can co-parent in peace. But you see, consistently, DDG has demonstrated that he doesn't want peace. He wants problem, chaos, and drama. That is what he demonstrates consistently because I mean, given 3 to 5 business days, he's going to throw subliminal jabs at Halle again, and he's going to ensure that he do so with someone, maybe his mom, India Love. God he knows who's going to do it with this time around. But anywho, guys, this is all I have to share. That's my 2 cents on what these flying monkeys are coming with. And there's no such tape. DDG does not have any such tape. They're just being mischievous and being highly mischievous as a matter of fact. But anywho, guys, that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what's your take while you're at it. Give this video a big thumbs up. Share, stay safe. And we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.